Julian Wilson, Jack Robinson and Mikey Wright out there in the lineup. Probably the most stacked heat of this elimination round. Julian Wilson, the most experienced, a world title runner-up, multiple championship tour wins. Jack Robinson, a full-time campaigner on the CT now, and one of the most exciting talents we've had join the elite ranks in a number of years. That competition back underway here at the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup, presented by Corona. Clean conditions, and one of Newcastle's new favourite sons, Julian Wilson, who's made the move from the Sunshine Coast down here with his family, getting things started in the elimination round. He's had round 2 losses in the past, only a handful during his long championship tour career, but Julian Wilson never a 33rd, and he'll want to keep that stat in place as he takes this one right through to the inside. And just working hard for extra points on the inside. Starts to get a little dry there on the inside. He'll kick off. Here goes Mikey now. Just saw his older brother progress through to the 3rd round, and he'll want to do the same. Squeaks in a couple of big turns on the outside there.
Yeah, just dealing with a little bit of whitewash as he tries to connect up with this inside section. I was talking to Troy Brooks a little early. He just said that Mikey is ready to go, injury-free. The body's feeling good, riding a 5.11 and a half. JS as he gets that last little hit run on the inside. And he just said, mate, Mikey's so excited about actually doing a bottom turn, you know, and really starting to open up his strength, that big forehand hack that he has.
Spent most of 2019 injured, so he's only surfed 14 prior CT events, and I mentioned it before, never lost out in the 2nd round as a wild card or a full-time campaigner.
Yeah, he's obviously got some great experience already on the tour. As we watch this, Mikey just hits this first one, trademark layback. Just watch that back arm and just digs that inside rail and then drives around again. Super late to this last section, Ron. And whenever you do that, you really just need to de-weight on the board, and then you're dealing with some unpredictable whitewash there, but Mikey navigates through that.
I actually start this tour now after a year off, but I was happy to get a year off. It was nice, but I was also just getting better and just trying to perfect what I was doing. So yeah, I feel good, and yeah, I'm stoked. We're finally getting underway.
Perhaps, you know, whether that's gotten under Jules' skin a little bit. Well, as we see Jack up and running now.
Just drops straight down on this one. Wants to get ultra critical in that section. Just goes a little bit too vert. Surfers campaigning on the qualifying series. Great to see its status elevated as we have a look at the replay of Julian's last ride.
Yeah, Jules just streaking down the line here. He saw this stretching out, and he knew he had to get to that 3rd turn where he just belted the lip. And then driving through the inside. Full leg burner, Ron, as he came through. The sections just kept coming at him. And Jules just milking it all the way through to the inside. Kept seeing more points available. Hits it up over the lip and then brings it right around to finish things off on the shore. So, mate, well, Jules has been putting a lot of work into the gym. You can see the thighs.
Scores for Julian Wilson in this 2nd elimination round heat. Mikey Wright tries to get himself back in this heat with a big float of his own, but looking forward to watching the replay of Julian Wilson's last ride out there against Jack Robinson and Mikey Wright here at Merriweather Beach. Great to be back in Newcastle.
Those moments happen so quickly for him, but Jules just using his power there as we see Mikey Wright.
15.5 minutes to go. Mikey's got to get moving. Has had a couple of falls in this heat. He's going to try and correct it on this one. Always puts his board in critical positions. Only knows one way, Mikey Wright. That is to mash his foot into the floor, push the accelerator as far as it'll go. That trademark grab rail carve, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Hasn't had that big clean face that he's been able to rip into just yet. The Groms relishing the opportunity there to go surfing with Julian Wilson. Plenty of froth around. As we see Mikey Wright just throwing everything at it on the closeout there. Can't ride out though. Time ticking by in this 2nd elimination heat at the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup presented by Corona. And Wilson, who's out in front at this stage. A couple of decent numbers, but here's the replay. Mikey, what goes wrong here, Rich?
Just jams it, and unfortunately, he was just a little late to the party here. And you saw his board actually up under the lip. If he had just managed, you know, a split second earlier.
He's done it in the past, got himself to the top end of the leaderboard to keep his place on tour. Here we go. Jack Robinson digs in. He only had that one section to work with, so he had to go big. At the moment, he's leading this heat. What do you think he's riding out there at the moment as we see Jack Robinson take off? So picking this insider off. Nice turn to get started. Needs to make something of this ride. Kicks that tail, spins the reverse. Rolling through the inside now, looking for a connection. Desperate to get a score on the board to chip away at the required number.
Conditions really changing with that 10:45 low tide as we see Mikey, another error on the outside. I think Jack and Mikey are rushing it a little bit. They need to take their time, and priority used. Mikey, big hit out of the top. And then this is where he's having his problems, is he's getting that good first turn in the right part of the way and not finishing the second, as we see on the outside. Jack finally out of the lip with a good combo lip glide to finish it. They're the two best turns I've seen Jack do in this heat, and he looks like he might get a little inside. The inside rocks disappearing with the low tide. We're seeing those two big combos on the outside, the scoring potential as Jack hits it on the inside for a little hit.
Great insights once again there from Luke Egan. Jack Robinson was able to do on the outside what Mikey Wright hasn't been able to do, and that is to get the connection with that second turn, bringing it right through to the inside now, and doesn't need a huge number, just a 4.25 to overtake the fellow Australian. And that is a solid finish. That's going to feel really good.
See, so watch this. One of the biggest sets, nice and smooth too. Second wave of the set, drives hard off the bottom and just gaps that first turn. Somehow gets up for the second one. Perfect timing. Had to cut that bottom turn short to about a mid-face to get that second turn in. Something that Mikey Wright has struggled with this heat. And then Jack just works this one all the way through.
Saluted himself. I think he knew that he'd done good work on the outside, but quickly recomposed, understanding that the best scores have been coming from the competitors who make the connection through to the inside and really finish their waves off.
Yeah, there was still a little bit more to give here, and Jack just connecting all the way through, just staying with the power pocket, wanting to finish this one off strong. And it's always nice, you know, you get that big dynamic.
Just seems so hell-bent on getting two turns on the outside. It started working against him early on. Julian on the outside now. Oh, really hooks it. Richie, love it.
I love this, Ron. Sorry, I just getting a little caught up in the moment, just feeling that first turn of Julian's just hammer time on that thing. You know, the full gaff in all its glory as Julian just pumps this one all the way to the shore. But what a clutch ride for Jack Robinson as we see Jules just finishing this one off. He'll look for one or two more turns on the shore.
In these elimination heats, yeah, fantastic if you can get the victory, but just progressing through, avoiding a third place finish is the end goal. And Julian Wilson, I think he's done it. This heat coming to a close, a clap of the hands, relieved to survive this one. And the number drops, and it is a big one, 7.07. And the rookie jumps ahead of Mikey Wright. He'll finish in second spot behind Julian Wilson. But a disappointing performance here for Mikey Wright, and he'll have to regroup when we head down to Narrabeen.